Hi, well, welcome back, and New Year, and
Thank
to
you.
both of you.
Yeah, and you.
And I hope you had a good New Year. Last time we were here, and we're here to talk about Brazils, of course.
Yeah.
We're discussing the fact that the season was starting earlier, the collection was starting earlier,
Yeah.
but there seems to be a bit of a hiccup now. What's that?
Yeah, I mean, the sort of intentions, all the collectors started to go in early in December rather than after Christmas, sort of motivated by the high prices and empty markets, both externally and internally in Bolivia.
Right.
But of course, although it's very normal to have a lot of rains at this time of year, it is raining quite significantly at the moment. So that makes the extraction of the end shells really complicated.
Right, okay. So we may have a scenario where the flooding starts inhibiting the export earlier.
Yeah.
In a situation before anything's got out.
Yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, the raw material price is actually rising all the time, but yet there isn't really very much raw material coming in to the local market.
Right.
So what is coming in is being snapped up because the earliest collections are the best in terms of quality.
Okay.
And you've got the sort of 3 or 4 largest players all competing at the same time. So
right. Okay.
And it's quite difficult for them to manage actually, because they've only got a very short window of purchasing, which is now.
Right.
So regardless of how demand may react to high prices,
so they've got to buy.
They've got to buy. Yeah.
Yeah. They've got to buy and commit themselves to these prices, and we've had the situation before, which has ended up in a kind of disaster where everybody is losing money.
That's right.
But let's hope it doesn't come to that. We've got a few other things. We've got a governor election.
Yeah.
I think
March, I think.
In March, which, everybody in Riberalta is a collector.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some political pressure to support the high prices.
Yeah, support the high prices to gain votes, basically.
Yeah, and anybody who's anybody in Riberalta is in the Brazil nut business. So people who want to get voted in are going to want to promise higher prices at a period in which demand is a sleeping dragon.
Yeah, it's the sort of same old, both the demand and the supply is never quite connected at the same time.
Disconnected, yeah, that's right.
It's always disconnected, they're never sort of in sync at the same time.
Yeah.
But so I think it's one to just sort of watch and wait really and see. I mean, there's no firm new crop offers from any reliable shipper in terms of quality and contract fulfillment at the moment. They're all focusing on raw material purchase, and they'll give new crop offers sort of towards end January.
Well, one thing that is certain is we're not going to see any kind of catastrophic price drop, I don't think, because where's the material you want to liquidate? There's no reason to do that. There's no reason for us to sell cheap, because we don't expect a drop. Hopefully, we'll see, as a result of this early kind of strain, maybe a more stable market in the long run.
Yeah.
Where do you think the midpoint of next year would be?
Price-wise? Well, I think at the moment we're ending the sort of spot on 460. New crop expectations, there isn't really any at price point at the moment.
Sure.
We know that demand is good at levels of 350, 360, 370, but at the moment those prices seem quite a long way off.
Yeah.
So certainly on the nearby first quarter, it's going to be all sort of subject to the logistics and getting stuff out.
Yeah, so that's not going to make for cheap
it's just
prices,
a big sort of vacuum.
It's not going to make for a glut anywhere in the supply chain, given that the warehouses currently are empty.
Yeah.
So I don't see any price crash, and my guess is that we're going to see probably a DDP price of maybe mid 425 or 430. It's going to stay an expensive commodity.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, already, for example, you've got to consider the road down from Riberalta to La Paz, the export route out is already opening and closing each week.
It's already getting very,
it's already
very muddy.
starting because of the rain. So.
Righty ho.
So
okay. Okay, let's watch and wait.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.